back to the channel. Today we'll be discussing what happens after school and what happens after university. And on the show with me today, I have
Ayomide.
AY.
Yeah.
I'm
Familiar.
from
You have an
welcome,
iron name.
ladies.
You have an iron name because I feel like
Exactly,
like
you know why
iron
she's
something.
familiar.
Oh, Tony Layo.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so guys, welcome. So we're discussing life after school, what happens after school, and all like that. So before we start, I'd like to ask you, gentle ladies,
Yep.
what did you guys study in school? What did you study in
But
school?
yeah, we should start. What did you want to study? What did you study? And
Okay, what was it that you wanted to study?
okay, after changing my career like 3 times in my mind in secondary school, and I went for the popular option,
Popular.
medical
Medicine.
doctor. Yeah.
Oh,
It was medicine or I died. You understand? The passion was strong in me. But then I ended up studying biochemistry.
oh, I can imagine. Everybody wanted to be a doctor. Even me, I wanted to be a doctor.
Is that you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you're an engineer?
Yeah,
And
or a
others.
pharmacist.
And others.
Okay, so you did biochemistry.
Yeah.
So, are you practicing biochemistry? What is that you're doing now?
Okay, I'll tell you what they told us when we got to 100 level.
Okay.
Orientation. Our lecturers were like, you guys are privileged to be in this department because even in medicine, it's divided into biochemistry, physiology,
Biology.
and anatomy. So it's like a branch of medicine, and you can work anywhere. You can be a lecturer, you can work in the industry, you can work in the pharmaceuticals. So that kind of
I can imagine you're
like
just doing
jackpot.
that. Oh my god!
Like we didn't get medicine, but we got something. That kind. You know, I'm not practicing.
Oh.
I'm sewing now.
I think
Fashion
dresses.
designing, yeah.
I don't design.
From a doctor to a sewer.
To a,
No,
so
from a
we
doctor to a biochemist. From a
yes.
biochemist.
the transition is well.
Oh god,
Oh,
thank
God.
God. Thank
Yeah.
God. Okay, what about you? From line.
I remember, like she said, everybody wanted to be a doctor.
So you wanted to be a doctor?
I wanted to do, but I think mine wasn't so strong.
You're not so
But-
passionate.
Yeah, I wasn't so passionate. But then, of course, everybody wanted, like she said, it's either you're a doctor or others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so, and then we got admission to study computer science. We call it CIT. But before she asks, what I'm doing now, I'm baking cakes.
Yummy.
From
I'm
a
a
doctor
baker.
to a baker.
From a doctor to computer science.
Yeah, so I perform operations on cake. It's the same thing.
Oh, Rema. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so for me, first of all, I not passed jam the first time.
Oh my
I
god.
don't to be
Jam that.
Just a jamming.
the jam those, you know. First of all, yeah, so I'm not passed jam. I wanted to also do I wanted to also be a doctor. You know.
3 doctors.
Yeah. Everybody wanted to be a doctor. Honestly, I opted for doctor, a medical doctor, and medicine and pharmacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, computer science. And what am I doing now? I'm sewing too. So I'm sewing and I'm vlogging. Thank you.
So
that's
can I
it,
just
yeah.
ask? I feel okay. This is really not what we're talking about. But do you feel like the passion we had that time, applying for universities, writing, reading for WAEC, is it the same thing as now? Now
no,
that
of
everybody's
course.
screaming school na scam. Do you understand? Like I'm seeing like a
Yeah, I get okay.
The whole idea has been watered down actually.
Yeah.
It has. Because I can remember then, even starting from JAM, you know, the energy we put into writing JAM there,
much.
it is either you get, you know, once the result comes out and you're telling your friends and you're asking, and you be like, I got to 40, be like, I got to 60. you know,
it was like merit.
you get
shoulder.
yes, you
Yes,
get.
yes.
But now,
I feel like the students are just
let me finish my story. You know, but now I ask them, what's the, they say it with the pride I've not seen in this life. I go 130.
you're not sober.
There was this kid who saw that somebody was saying, this is my daughter, and the other person was asking, what did you get in that? Person, 130. Person, is that the time you wrote it?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, my sister of mine, so she wants to study medicine. And she said she got in a jam, is it 160? And I'm like, medicine.
160.
As out.
As in, do you even qualify for post?
With the confidence. And I'm like, you know, children nowadays, they're just doing their thing, you know, like.
Well, is it really their fault or the education system in Nigeria is making it look like it's not worth it? I mean, ASU is on strike for like how long? now?
Right.
Somebody said this is a year of academic rest, 2022. My year of academic rest. You can imagine. I feel like is it our
Oh
system
my
that is
goodness. Okay, to be sincere, the thing is our system is a bit fucked up. Let's be sincere with ourselves. Especially if you are you're attending the federal government schools and state
public
schools.
schools.
It's actually fucked up. I can remember one of my friends was asking me for her sister. Then she was like, she entered 100 level in, I think, which year? Maybe 2020. 2021, she's in 100 level. 2022.
She's still not
They
level.
have to change that to both. So it's really discouraging. The fact that people are actually writing jam and they don't even know the school that they are going to.
Yeah.
So to some extent,
Last year, jam people have not entered school.
You see?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they're
like,
written
they're written
jam
another
here
jam again.
already.
Then,
So
aside that, you have to understand that this country is not even encouraging people to engage in education.
Yes.
Take, for instance, our cases, we studied something in school and we're not even working with it.
Like, what's the
And
point?
where's employment?
yeah.
So a lot of people are just they're just going to school for going sake.
Do you know the
People
funny
are not
thing is that
going-
you will get to bank. You'll get to bank and you see people that study biology.
I be
bank.
both
Before now.
botany.
Before.
Botany in banking sector.
You know,
I be
when I did my high C then in the bank, and I think I met with someone and she was like, "You did biology," and I'm like, "Biology."
Is banking not meant to be
Yeah.
for banking and
Banking
finance,
and
economics,
finance,
accounting?
actually.
And I'm like, "You did biology. You are in account." As in, I'm like,
could not
"Okay,
tally.
okay." So that is what happens. So what happens after school? What were you thinking after graduation at your final year? What did you have in mind that was going to happen after school?
that I will blow. Make it big. I'll have one job like that.
Like working in Shell.
Yeah. They told us we could work in oil company too.
Yeah, I think they told
Yes.
every one of us we could actually
Yeah.
work
So
anywhere.
NNPC
Just, you can
in
be
fact,
what you want to be.
While I was in 500 level, okay, no. There was a time that NNPC started doing this recruitment. I'm like, this is it.
The opportunity.
Opportunity, yeah, I call. So it was like, okay, immediately after school, you get that job after service, and life just goes smoothly. Like you're living the dream, the American dream. But Nigeria told us, no, this is
You have
Nigeria.
to live Nigerian
Nigerian
This is
dream.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
How are you thinking in your final years?
Well, I think the final years, I can remember, I think after the old,
Signing out.
yeah, while we're waiting for NYSC, I can remember in my mind, I'm like, once I start saving, I will have that
Again, money.
PPA.
Did you think they were retaining your people?
I did.
I thought so.
I thought so too.
Like, I'll be so good. They'll be like, this girl, we can't let you go.
Oh,
You have to
yeah,
stay
my
here.
dear, except I was posted to a primary school.
Me, my own was afternoon, secondary school. When they are doing
I have
afternoon
5K.
I saw when I got to my PPI.
Oh, God.
They are still doing afternoon school. That was how I went to.
Wow.
So it's okay. Like I was saying, I was in my mind. I'm like, let me just start saving. There was my room. I had this heels. Like I would just wear something,
That's
stand in
my
front of the mirror. I'll be dialoguing myself.
I'm like,
You're welcome.
What can I do for you?
I'll be dialoguing myself. In my mind, I'm like, this is it. This is the way it's going to be. But
you
then,
ride in your car, get to the office,
telling
someone
you.
carries your
I'm
bag,
telling
the
you.
way we see it in the movies.
Nigeria just happened. Nigeria happened.
Nigeria happened.
It happened.
It happened.
Oh my god, for me. Well, when I was in my 400 level and all like that, so I did IT in the bank, so I was always like, okay, since I did IT
You're into
in
the
bank,
system already.
You know what I mean? To get a job would not be hard. Are they thinking that, okay, like you said, wear the suits, go to the front of the mirror, take selfie, you're looking good, do your makeup, do your nails, things like that, my dear.
I like
Yeah,
that.
was.
Now you did.
During yeah, when I saw that it was not going to, I had to start learning a skill.
Oh my god.
The skill that made me to survive. I mean, I still rely on now.
I'm telling
So
you.
the thing is, it doesn't always happen the way you
I think NYC even saw that future for us. That's
Yes,
why
it
they brought
was
that
all
Saeed.
God
It's like
Saeed.
an eye opener.
Saeed, though,
that's Saeed. Gave you
like
job,
when
like,
it's
okay.
Saeed, you should allow us to go and our corporate jobs. That
And
time.
when we saw that we're getting posted to primary school, secondary
Yeah.
school, only, 90% of core members
Go to
Posted to primary
get
school.
posted to primary school, secondary school.
what if you used to invest me in some schools and be doing yangakbe? They will not accept you.
Yeah.
Did I want to be here before? Why are you?
I remember, because I
My
was
sister
posted.
posted
I
me
had
to.
to-
She said she doesn't want corpus. Like,
I have 2 PPAs then. The first PPA, they had to reject all corp members. Like they
Wow.
rejected all of us. So we went by ourselves to be sourcing for PPA. Like you
everything-
literally have to go to
Why?
school. Do you need corp members?
yes.
It was that
like
bad.
everything is hustle in this
was
Nigeria. You
bad.
hustle to serve your nation again. Oh no.
Wow.
Like you can imagine, go to this school and be like, no, we can't pay you except to work for free, bro. So it was
Wow.
not what we had in mind.
That was the first letdown. NYC.
Yeah.
And then it was
And I think
1995.
NYC actually opened their eyes to know that it's not the way you've always thought it would be. So it's not going to be like that. So
Yeah.
it made us actually, to some extent, try to start prepare. It made us prepare our minds that, my dear, Nigeria is coming. Nigeria is coming for you. So it's not going to be the
my
way you've
God.
always thought it would be. Okay. When you realized all these things, you realize that this is not what I studied in school is not what I'm going to be doing now. How were you able to move into what you are doing now? At what point did you say you were now going to learn, having to be able to be responsible for yourself and what you're doing now?
I think the best advice anybody can actually give anybody anybody can give anybody right now is to learn a skill. See, you can have first class, you can have second class, regardless of the class you're having. Please learn a skill.
Regardless of the class you're
I'm
having.
telling you, learn a skill. Because see, the government they already know. Like somebody said, I'm not trying to say that is the old anchor, but somebody said Nigeria was designed to fail. They included entrepreneurship inside. A lot of schools are now
500
having entrepreneurship as a course.
Yes.
So in a way, employment might not be forthcoming. There was this day I was asking myself, how come you don't hear when CBN recruits? I've never heard of it.
Insiders tell us that they always get new people every
Yeah.
day.
Imagine, but
Because
you'd never see them.
You never see an
publicize it.
advert, no.
They cannot, so because if they publish,
And you
like,
guys
Even the
get
ones,
leg.
even the ones
You
that
guys get
advertise,
leg.
I feel it's just Ojo Ayetori.
Yes.
All these FRSC, police, they already have
They
slots
already
for their
have
guys. So it's just
slots.
to make it look like, oh, we are
And
being
you have
fair.
to know somebody that knows somebody in the
That's not
system.
And as a matter of fact, you have to pay somebody again.
Another
Yeah.
thing.
I can remember a friend of mine was looking for a job then in Lagos, and they said they would collect maybe the first
salary.
50% or something.
That one is good now. Somebody
and
came to
all.
say if I want a job that I should look for 1 million. If I get 1 million,
Yes,
I'm gonna find work.
I've heard something like that. too,
Especially
that
all these uniform
depending on
jobs.
the salary you want to be
Right,
getting,
right,
and I'm like, oh wow, you know,
So
have to pay
really,
to
the
get
best advice is going to be get a skill, and please be serious at it. Because a lot of people just be like, your parents will be lying, go and learn this, go and learn that. You be like, I know what I want to do. Please be humble.
Humble yourself.
Humble yourself. Someone like me now, after NYSC, I stayed at home for a year and I saw nothing was coming. I have to take myself to a baking school. Because I was tired at that moment. I was almost running insane.
depressing.
Exactly, very, very
Honestly.
depressing. Very, very.
Especially when you go onto Instagram and see that.
And you now start seeing your mates. You're already, you know.
you
So
understand.
please, the best thing you can do for yourself, learn a skill, be humble at it. See, your boss, the person that you're going to be learning from might not have your own education qualification. Please,
Just
come down to our
learn.
level.
You're the one
Humble
that needs to
yourself. You're the
learn.
one who needs the knowledge.
Yeah.
You know. So please, I've seen cases whereby a lot of people will go and learn from people, and they'll be proud to their bosses. You shouldn't be. So please learn at their feet. And you know, this education you have, you can combine with this skill and make something different out of it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be my own advice, really.
But what was
For
your
me,
own?
for me, I was quite fortunate because my parents made sure I started learning a skill while I was in 200 level. There was an ASU strike.
wish.
So they were like, what are you doing at home? It was even like an insult. Kilo tiẹ̀, what can you even do?
Kilo shene.
Like that, let work. And for me, it looked like disturbance till
Yeah.
today. My mom, you know her parents now. She back and So for me, that time it was like, okay, I was fortunate that they're like, okay, go and learn a skill. But then I still was in denial after school. I was still feeling like I'll still get a job.
Yeah.
So I didn't really take that skill
Seriously.
serious. My friends would be like, hey, what are you doing? Turn this into a big thing. I'm like, I want a corporate job. I was like,
Okay,
and they just keep quiet. That kind of, okay, FLL. So for me, after school, that was when the reality hit me. Like, you have a skill. What are you hustling about? So that's when I started to put that skill to use. Then I think like she was advising people. I watched a documentary about the different ages we've had. We've had the industrial era where the world was going industries were coming up and all of that. We had a phase where it was academics.
Yeah.
But I think some of us are still stuck in that academic phase where we feel like if we don't do academics, we can't make it in life. But then somebody said we are shifting into the entrepreneurial stage now.
Yeah.
Like, although all of us cannot be CEOs, all of us cannot have the big companies and all of that, but it's first start with your mind, shifting your mindset that, okay, this, like she said, this employment thing is not really
Yes, you just have to
working.
be flexible with
Yes,
your
flexible with your
mindset.
mindset. Be open to the new things that become.
Yes.
You know how people make money on phones, and
Yeah.
some of our parents are still in denial. Like, do you understand?
Like the way people use ATM, and some of our parents are like me. Lulu,
Some
ATM,
people
and
still
I'm
use
like,
over the counter.
Internet transfer.
Yeah.
A lot of our parents can do it.
Come on, bam.
my mom doesn't even use her ATM.
Like, you
Even
understand?
my dad, they don't.
But
use
then whether
their
they like it or
ATM.
not,
My
we are
mom be
still
like,
moving
They prefer
forward.
to go to the
I'm
bank.
telling you, my mom be like, let me send the money to you so let me transfer. I'm like,
Exactly.
go on to internet. I'm like, come on, grab me. Like,
And whether they like it or not, it's not going to go back to their
Yeah.
age. It's even moving
Yeah,
faster than
exactly.
so they'll have to catch up. So
Yes.
before it goes too far, I think just let's wake up and realize
Honestly.
that okay, this is the reality. We are hoping for a better Nigeria. We're hoping for a nation where everybody has equal opportunities. But while we are at it now, I think like she said, learn is still learn how to do something with your hands.
Okay, for me, I also learned when I was in 200 level. You know, it was at the second semester of the deal, so I was just just learn something. And before then, I could remember that I had always actually desired to learn how to sew, not necessarily to make it to make
Just
it a
something for
job.
yourself.
Yeah, just something for myself. I remember I was always cutting small clothes for my teddy bears then when I
Yeah.
was small and all like that. So I now told them I want to do. I like to go into fashion designing and all like that. And they were like, I know you cannot do fashion designing. So after that, was when I now chose medical doctor. So, so back to when I wanted to learn, my mom was just like, okay, just can learn something. So when I was in 200 level, the holidays, and okay, fine. After learning, I didn't take it serious like that again until during NYC when I saw that that banking or company or shell thing will not work. So I had to upgrade myself. I was learning somewhere, like that for like few weeks or so. And then when I got to Mina, she was one of those that came to even to tell me at home. She helped me out. That boils down to being humble enough to learn.
Yeah.
I could imagine then, okay, when I told her that, I'm sure she'll be like, this woman. You get, but I just have this kind of behavior that I can learn anywhere. As long as I'm the one that wants to learn.
Yeah.
So you have to be humble enough to learn. You get, so that's the point. You have to be humble enough to learn. Just try as much as possible to learn anything. And once you learn it, it is yours. Nobody's going to take it away from your head. It's yours already. So that was how I started using mine to also work. Although we did other things before we now said we should now. So our advice is that get a skill, because if you still have that that dream of I'm going to be going to the office and blah blah, except that is the owner of the company.
And besides, some people, they are fortunate enough to get jobs.
Yeah, some people are
Let's
fortunate
create a
enough.
balance.
That's true. That's
Another
true.
thing
But
that
that is like 10%.
Regardless of the percent, another thing I like to say is do not compare yourself with your friends. A lot of them will actually get employment almost after school.
Yeah.
Okay? So regardless, you should not compare your growth with their growth. Because somebody has 2 years experience ahead of you, that doesn't mean you should now feel bitter or less of yourself. You're still the same you. It might be that maybe that same opening is not meant for you. Maybe God is trying to open your eyes to see something else, maybe a glorious future that will come ahead of you. And there are a lot of entrepreneurs that are out there that are making, truth be told, entrepreneurship is not easy.
It's not easy.
Let us face it. But you have to be determined. See, this is life of an entrepreneur. This month you can be financially buoyant.
Yeah.
You have a lot of customers to patronize. In 2 months' time, everything can be dry.
Yeah.
And it is just like a roller coaster. It happens that way, on and off. So because your friend has one income that is steadily coming every month, and yours is a story of an entrepreneur, is a roller coaster, please do not compare your growth.
Yeah.
Be happy for them. Yours will come true, and when it comes true, you're going to blow.
Yeah.
And please do not use that medium. This is special advice to every one of us. Illegal businesses are not right. Do not engage in Yahoo. Do not engage in scamming people. Yeah, it's the same thing. Do not engage in scamming people. Please do something legal that will actually bring pay to you.
Okay, I'll start off from where you started about not comparing yourself with others. Sometimes we want to get certain things in our lives to be done speedily. Want it to happen fast. But sometimes speed can be a bad thing when you are going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
If you are supposed to go to Lagos and you are going towards Abuja, if you like, be on 100 kilometers per hour. You are fast though, but you are in the wrong direction. So it brings me to the point of saying, see, last is back to God. I believe so much in God's plan for our lives. And while we might have so many things we want to be, want to become, it amounts to nothing if it's outside all that God has said that your life will be.
Yeah.
So before you get to that point where you finish school, for those of us that are still in school, or those of us that finish school that are still finding it hard to find our places or our place, is a good thing to go back to God for direction. At the point in my life, I was confused. I didn't know what to do. A lot of people were doing affiliate marketing. So we're doing this one. And they were looking like, okay, these people are making it in this way. What direction do I go to? So it's a place of going back to God. Like she said, don't compare your path to somebody else's path. By the time you know your path, at whatever speed you are going, just know okay, this is the direction God is taking my life to, and that's how. So my advice is go back to God at whatever stage you are in right now and ask Him. He will tell you. The Bible says, "Ask and you shall receive; seek you'll find." So just simple as saying, God, where do you want me to go?
Yeah.
How do you want my life to turn out? And it's easier. There's a Yoruba proverb. I can't speak Yoruba today. Adunse, untolomba, shekinkan, lowo si abi. Share they fall my hand. Oh my God.
Maybe you're not saying it
Oh my
right.
God.
Or maybe we don't
It's easier
understand.
to do something that God has hand in. Do you
You
know the
understand?
proverb? That proverb, yes, that is
That
it.
is it.
Yeah.
That
So
is it.
knowing that God has directed your life in a certain way and following that path,
Yes.
golden.
Yeah. Okay, so I like to add that it's important that we have clarity. Now, when I'm saying clarity, when we said you need to learn a skill and all of that, it's important you also learn a skill that you are passionate about. Don't just go and learn what everybody is learning. You have to come to a stage that you know what you want. Study yourself, know what you want, and you just realize that learning that skill will be easy for you, and you won't find it difficult to do or to
You would rather enjoy it.
you will enjoy it. Yes, it won't just be like shall they can share.
Yeah.
They
They
shall
now become
should
the
do
what
it.
I ordered versus what I
Yeah.
got. See, they force them to do that trade.
Exactly. So at the point you need to have clarity, and one of the ways you can also have clarity is by talking to God.
Yeah.
Like like she said, you are a being. You were created by someone, so your creator has your recipe. Yes, because he made you, so he has your recipe. He knows when to put this into you and when not to put this into you. So you still have to go back to him, communicate with him. He's your father.
Then to have
He's
another
always
thing,
there to answer. So
I'd
you must
like-
be able to go back to him, and he will direct you. That's it. And the funny thing is that any purpose you are driving yourself into that is not in the plans of God, you just realize that it's just going down.
to be frustrating.
It will be frustrating, exactly. Yeah, you wanted to add something?
Yes, another thing I'd like to add is be open to corrections and teachings.
Very important.
Because even if you've gone to learn, nobody knows it all. As you're learning, you'd realize, as you're learning and you're doing your practicing rather, you realize there are some people that know more than
Yeah,
you.
there's room for
Yes.
You
improvement.
shouldn't be proud. Go back to them to learn
Yes.
from them. You know, there's
Yes.
this upgrading. Keep upgrading
Yeah.
yourself.
Yes.
Keep being the best you can be. Be the better version of yourself. Make sure
Yes.
where you were last year is not where you are this year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if it's just another design, then when we're talking about skill, it does not limit itself to being an entrepreneur. You could learn digital marketing, you could learn the content creating.
Yeah.
Even public speaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
People
lot of
make
things.
money from public
Yes.
speaking.
Yes. Yes.
There are a lot of things that you can engage yourself in and they'll fetch you good income,
Yes.
legal ones, special
Yes.
legal cannot be emphasized, legal please. So please be open to learning and
And
humble.
godly.
Oh yeah, godly, godly too. Humility too. Humility. Don't when you reach that stage, don't feel like yes, I've arrived. This is all my doing.
Yeah.
Acknowledge the Father, it was God that is making you.
Yes.
And just far is still the one bringing you, and that's brought you there. So humility, be teachable,
Very
and
important.
take corrections with love.
Yes.
Because when you start doing these things, a lot of people will come back to you with bad feedback.
Yeah.
That will actually want to take you off that thing you're doing. But please take it with love,
Yes.
okay? And I believe God has the very best for us.
I just remember on a lighter note when you're talking about upgrade. While I was learning how to sew, there's this particular woman. She can do ajayi sabi. So that day she just anytime she comes to the shop, all of us are like, the day she now come and open bomb that all of us see. She now came. And madam, she brought a style. She's like èmi náà tailor ni mi tẹ́lẹ̀. I used to be a tailor. Ó kàn jẹ́ pé at that time that was when breast cut came out, and if you cannot sew breast cut, what are you sewing? Like if you don't know how to sew breast cut at that time, you're not a tailor. I
Yes.
said, I used to be a tailor. Ó kàn jẹ́ pé breast cut náà nìkan mi in my mind like ṣé bùbá náà lè máa tó bá ṣe. That kind of she had this mindset that she's a tailor, but it's all these olden days, guys, and you come to modern shop and you be forming, so it really like upgrade. Every time there's always something you need to learn.
Yes.
And I also like to add that in as much as you are learning a skill, also be excellent about what you are learning. You know, don't be the person that's
Let's just do it.
let's just do it, or you start lying to your customers, come back today, come back tomorrow, kind of attitude. It's not actually right. So
My hand is not working today.
Exactly. let's be excellent, and also let's not stop learning. Keep learning, and charge your worth. Don't go and charge millions of naira, you're delivering thousands of naira something, and don't go and be charging thousands of naira, you'll be delivering 1 million.
Shortchanging
Yeah, you're shortchanging yourself. You just need to learn. It all boils down to learning how to price, learning how to do so many other things. I pray the Lord helps us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
So I guess we've come to the end of the show. Hold on. What happened?
Battery 5% phone has reduced light.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, so the last phase of the show, we'll be playing a game. The Sun Challenge. The last time she came,
You are
on
so
this-
confident.
on this show,
For someone that
she
lost
won.
the last time, you're
I
so
am
confident.
going to win
Okay.
today.
Yeah, I'm not with a chorus, I'm different.
Yeah. Oh my God! So they give us 5 words.
Okay.
We're going to 5 rounds. So, are you guys ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Goodness.
Your goodness is running out. It's running after me.
Be calming down.
I just let me show you small. Tip of the iceberg. Let me sit down where. I see your volume have come down. Your pride. Before your shoulder pad was high when down.
Okay.
Okay.
Favor.
The jolly goodness.
Favor.
Favor shall follow me. Follow me.
Wait,
How do we know you're not just
Wait,
singing
I'm
this
not
song,
like,
Nana?
you know the song, it's true. Jolly goodness, mercy.
Why is the favor at the end of the
That's
song?
what I'm about to say.
Which one has favor? Do you have song that has favor? Okay, let me give you a
Well,
favor. Blessing.
If it's for me song, we'll form song on this
It's not
spot though.
for me. It's a song.
How come
give
I
it
don't
to
know
you,
it?
give it to you.
No, it's not giving to you.
Why
I
would she
want
even
it.
change this rule? Go.
I want
Let
it.
it be popular song.
Wait.
It's a popular song. I don't know that one you sang now, but I know it's a song.
Okay.
I was thinking, if I thought she gave us a word, the word she gave is supposed to start
Start
the
the
song.
song.
It's not compulsory. It starts.
Yeah.
Okay, the word must have.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it must have it. Okay.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Testify.
Kilote.
I testify.
People said that.
Wait,
I testify.
wait. Are you in the same choir? It's like you're bringing your choir song.
Abi,
Oh,
Abi,
yeah.
I won't be playing that for you.
You see how I'm saying?
Don't
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes. Yes, let's drop.
Hallelujah.
Oh, let's give it to you. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Did you see the energy? You're like,
You deserve it.
and that's me once.
So everybody has one except you have
I
two.
have to.
So this is the last one. Now.
Last one.
So if we both have two, okay.
That means a tie. Then we'll do one
Now.
more.
Goodness.
He said goodness. Nah.
Peace.
Peace when trouble blows.
Is it like?
Jehovah
not
sees.
peace,
Is Jehovah sees now?
It's
He
not
is my peace when sorrow near. I don't want this one man already.
we have time.
Fine.
It's not part of it. Do you want to be the one saying it? Oh yeah.
Glorify.
Glorify, glorify,
Glorify,
glorify your name. It's a song.
You know
Browse it.
It's a lie.
Please bring my crown.
It's a lie.
Bring my trophy.
It's a lie.
As in,
No,
why would you just accept it?
And your song be glorified.
Glorify is a song. Glorify your name. I'm worship song.
What's another one? A popular song.
Faith.
My faith is built on
Nothing else.
Give us another one.
Righteousness.
Give us another one. Who is counting? We're not even counting with me. That's the thing.
It's still wrong. We are still on time.
I agree.
Okay, it's actually my hope is built on nothing else.
Ishiba.
Okay, another one.
Holiness.
Holiness.
Holiness is what I long for.
Hey, holiness. Thank you for watching. Thank you.
How can you end it like that? So what are you?
Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel.
Yeah.
Like this video. Comment,
Subscribe.
subscribe. I will see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.